What's happening, people? Back again. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I can't get it. I can't reach him. What's good, man? What's happening? Craig, what's up? Let's see. Take two. Shouts to Raymond's for the shirts. My shirts all went out yesterday. Here's another one from Raymond. Kelly, what's going on, brother? This is take two. Can't get in contact with him. So, if he doesn't join in, man, if you haven't got, you got classes. So, yeah, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Maybe later or whenever, another day. Stealth, what's up? Belts. Back in the house. I don't know if it's gonna happen. The skies are blue. Not much. Man. Thanks to everyone that got shirts. Like I said, they did go out in the post yesterday. Yeah. Like Australian in the house. Man, hopefully he joins in. I'll try doing a few calls. And I can't get at him. So I'll stay on for a bit. If anyone wants to type in what shoes I need to get a shirt, well, text me and after this, and I'll message you. And I've got no large black left though. Just bought some Adidas trim trap finally. Sick. Oh, Fur King's in the house. What's happening, player? To people. A shirt now? Yes. Yes, I'll get one for you. There's a grey one. Grey, black with white writing, and white with black writing. But the black with white writing, there's no more large left. They booted. Alright. Thanks, brother. What's up, fucking Mr. Potter? Any Future Printing. So shouts to Any Future. They're the guys that print my shirts. They do a mad job. You know what I mean? Just waiting on Mr. Freeze. If he rocks up, he rocks up. There's Raymond's right now. What's happening? Thank you for the shirts. There's the other one. So we're waiting on Mr Freeze now. My pleasure, man. Thank you. Selling like hotcakes. Battery died. Doesn't matter, you didn't really miss much. We're just waiting, man. Thank you, fucking. How's Oz going with Australia's lockdown? Victoria's the worst. We've been in stage 4 for fucking ages. People losing their minds. It's hectic. 7 months. 7 months of lockdown. The mums and that have copped it worse because they got to homeschool and work from home as well, some of them, you know what I mean? It's full on. And the government's not helping with anything, you know? Curfew is lifted, yeah, that's right. So you can walk around after 8 o'clock now, or 9 o'clock, I think, was it? They lifted it to 9. Now you can walk around at 8 o'clock. Which is good. You know what I mean? Feel fresh, 313, what's up? Second lockdown in South Wales. Wales, man, yeah. How bad's the lockdown in Wales? Is it like stage 3 or 4? From Canberra, fella. Oh, Nate, what's happening, man? We got the winter to look forward to, yeah. Yeah, I heard it gets cold in Wales. A lot, really cold. So just waiting, man. I might end it again. Anyone get any new sneakers? We don't really have a code or stage process here. The English government is all over the shop. Okay. We have a, let's say, mild lockdown. Fair enough. So you can still go. Shops are open, I guess. Not like here. Even Kmart's closed. Which I don't get, because if you can go to supermarket, what's the difference in going to Kmart? You know what I mean? It's fucking hectic. In solo, no guess. Well, Mr Freeze was supposed to come on, but he hasn't rocked up yet. Why, do you want to pop in before he jumps in? I would, but at work again. Sub shop till midnight. No booze after 10. No one in your house. Yeah, you're not allowed to have no one here either. I think you can have one family member rock up, I think. But that's about it. Yeah. Give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to come on, or? Yeah, or 5 minutes now. Jump on now, or? Hey, make as much noise as you want.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Why not?
You doing your show?
Doesn't matter.
So then it started yet?
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for embarrassing me.
Just moving a couple of things. Same if the MW don't go ahead. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. With stuff. Hey, Adam, what's up, brother? Running, running low on weed, but bad times available. Well, I hope you pick up. What time is it in Wales? Miss you, buddy. I know, man. Fuck. Mace, what's up? Say hi to the boys. What's that t-shirt? This is Raymond's. Raymond's. Given to me by Ray. And I got another one. So they've got a... Are you ready, Stealth? Alright, man. Let's see if I can do it like this. Hold on a second. Go live or stuff. We've done all of this. Might not get in. What's up, brother? It worked this time straight away.
You work this time straight away?
Yeah.
You can see me?
Of course.
I can see you.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. I can't leave you hanging here like, with no guest, mate. Like, so I quickly moved a few things around, and we'll do something. You got a few people here watching, so we'll show some sneakers or something. All right? Hang on a second. This is different. This is where I hang out at home. This is where I do like paintings and shit like that. So you can see like all sorts of shit around, like inflatable markers and shit like that. There's my inflatable spray can over there.
Beautiful.
And a bunch of skate mags in there, like my daughter's paintings and shit like that. Well, that one's not, but I did that one. But yeah, anyway. So hang on.
Spark the diary, mate. Spark the.
How you been?
I'm alright, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, still can't go 5K past your house, but
oh, no,
you know, there's always ways. Dude, there's always ways around that. I got a note from work, so I'll just go anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just go anywhere. All right, so now last time when I was on here, I didn't get to show barely any of me fucking sneakers. So I just grabbed a couple that were on the top of my wardrobe and on the floor in my bedroom. So I don't think last time I was on here, so I've got these SL72s. Now, lately I've been putting them in plastic bags. You know, like Ziploc bags?
Yeah.
Because apparently it keeps them fresh.
Yeah, it keeps the moisture in and that.
So I've got the, like, I mean, I remember seeing these as a kid, but, like, you know.
Yeah, they're sick,
but
man.
They're just really lightweight. I mean, that's what the SL's for, super lightweight, but they're really comfortable as well. I was actually surprised by them. Actually, I really dig them.
They're sick.
So I've got those ones. You got any new shoes lately?
Not really.
No?
Hold on, I got this. Ages ago, I got this. I got these ages ago.
Oh, some Reebok Jams.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't see those every day. They're you know Adidas owns Reebok.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I thought Reebok.
Yeah. No, Adidas owns Reebok.
Did they buy it now?
Yeah, years and years ago, but like they don't tell me, like it's not like it's a big thing, but like I used to work for Adidas, so you find out these little bits and pieces in that.
Right.
I've got these Superstar Cope 2s.
Yeah, they're sick.
You know, graffiti rider Cope 2. Yeah. I think last time I was on here, I showed the ZX 500 pair or 750 pair.
Yeah.
Sort of like the rain shoe. But the Superstars are dope. Like I love a good Superstar. Yeah. And like it's got the lace jewels and that there, you know, Cope 2 on the lace jewel, and then on the tongue as well. Cope 2 throw up.
Yeah.
And then King's Destroy on the side there.
Yeah, that one's a sick one.
And the kids' ones are different, though. They've got a translucent fucking shell toe. Because my daughter's got a pair of Cope 2 Superstars. They're her favourite Superstars. So she wears them all the time. But now she's wearing this velour feeler jacket that I found for her. And she wears it with everything. She doesn't give a fuck if it matches or not. She just wears it. Cool, all right, so I've got these Statit, I think STADT.
Yeah.
Purple lime green suede.
Sick.
Now I had to get these. Like you can't get these in Australia, so I had to go online. I had to get them from like End or Size or something like that, or maybe no, I got these from Hannon actually, half price on it. Hannon had a footwear sale. Like everywhere else was selling for like £90. I got these for £45.
Mad. Oh, that's all right.
And then free postage as well.
I got something for you. Remember on last episode, my partner's just joined, Deborah. She grew up in Croydon, right? And I told her that you get a lot of stuff from the Caribbean Gardens, and she wanted to know, so where did you grow up? Did you grow up in the outer east, or?
I grew up in. So like I grew up in. I started like in Cheltenham.
Yeah. And
then I went to Cheltenham North Primary School, and then we moved to Frankston.
Okay.
And I went to Aldercourt Primary School for 1 year, and then Monterey High. But I never hung out with anyone at high school. I hung out with because I was the only skateboarder.
Yeah.
So and no one did graph at my school either. So I hung out with other dudes from like John Paul College, and then I would go to the city on the weekends to go skating. So I would go to Paran Bowl and that, you know, like that's how I met like Raph and Midzi and all those dudes just skating around Frankston. Yeah. So then me, Raph, Midzi and Pete Smith and Matt Riley and sometimes Andrew Trotter would meet on the train. Like they'd get on it, three of them would get on at Frankston, I'd get on at Cannock, and then Raph would get on at Carrum, and then we'd like at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then just go skate in the city all day.
Yeah, man.
Start at Paran. And like, that's just how I fucking end up meeting people. All through skateboarding, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like, I would also try to get things as well. So, you know, like I'm into a lot of shit that people aren't into. So I would try to find things and that, like, you know, SPX and Troop and that, like, I'm trying to find them now.
Well, they've got an Instagram, Troop, and you can buy...
I've seen the World of Troop website and that, and but some of them, they're not quite what I want. I'd rather SPXs, to be honest, but they're even harder to fucking get. All right, so I've got these Londons as well. I've got 3 pairs of these, but these are, remember the last time I was on here, I showed a different pair. I think I showed the green pair.
Yeah.
And then I got these for like, I took the price off. But they're all like 49 or 59 bucks. And these sell for heaps now. Like, I can't believe how much these fucking go for. Like, I should have fucking bought more pairs of them.
Sick.
But I love these. They're dope, man. They're so comfortable as well. And I've got them in the bag, in the plastic bag.
Yeah.
I've just started doing that for some reason. Like, because I wear different shoes all the fucking time. So, like, I'm not like I'm pulling a pair out every day, you know, like I'm pulling the same pair in a plastic bag and pulling it out of a plastic bag or anything like that. All right, so these ones are these are hard to get, man. The fucking Amsterdams.
Sick.
The Adidas Amsterdams. These sold out, but when they re-release these sold out like in half an hour, man. And if you go on like StockX or something like that, this size is $1,200. It's ridiculous. I got these for $170 off a dude in Springvale, brand new.
Yeah.
And then he sold me, a week later, he sold me a pair of Dublins for $60, which I sold for $300 to a dude in the UK. And then a pair of Berlins as well. I got these yesterday, trim trabs. These are so comfortable, dude. Unbelievably comfortable.
Man.
And they're fucking really lightweight as well. So last time I was on here, someone said to do a 360. I won't stand up and do a 360 again.
Yeah.
I'll just make the shoe spin. But these are so dope, man. I got these off a dude in Essendon for $45 posted to my house.
Mad.
And it took 2 weeks to get here from Essendon. That pissed me right off. I thought he was robbing me, mate. I thought he wasn't sending them. But then they turned up and I was like, oh, he's lucky I didn't fucking send out the heavies. Well, it's on you. Nick, you're closer than I was going to send you out there, mate. Go, fucking, where's Matt's shoes? All right, so here, and these are the Berlins. Sorry, these are the Berlins. I've got smoke in my mouth. So there's another one from the City series that just beautiful. The suede on these is amazing. You know? Can you see them okay?
Yeah, so fine.
I'll put another light on. Spotlight on them.
Nice.
But they're dope, man. Like, I don't wear these much, man, because I'm worried other people will fuck them up. I know I won't.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 more pairs here. No, 1 more pair. One more pair. All right, so these are the Run DMC Adidas Superstars for the 50th anniversary.
Sick. Oh, Mr Freeze is in
just came out. These just came out like a few weeks ago, and like I was just online at the right time.
Yeah, man.
So they got the Jam Master J on the tongue, Superstar written like you know how like our Run DMC with the red stripes at the top and bottom on the inner sole. Run DMC,
man.
And then they come with. See, I haven't worn these yet. They come with like fat laces, some medium fat laces. I don't know if you can see them too well. And then they come with some thin black laces, some medium white fat laces, and another pair of thin fat laces. So they've got 2, 3, 4 pairs of laces that come with it.
Man. All right, Steph.
And then
that man. I got Mr.
That's all right, man.
Thank you.
Sorry?
I got Mr.
Oh, that's all right, dude. Like, I can't hear.
I'm going to have to let you go and then join in with Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, no worries, dude. I'm happy to help fill in some time while people are waiting and shit.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, mate. No worries, man. I'll speak to you soon. Take it easy, mate.
Later.
Peace.
All right. Now, Mr. Freeze. Thank you, Stealth. Stealth's my man. He's got a lot of sneakers. He's grouse. All right, let's have a look. Yo,
what's the deal?
how are you, man? All right?
I'm good, thank you. My apologies. It's a good thing I checked the phone. I thought it was going to be, it was tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
so sorry.
I should have.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
No, that's all right. One of my friends filled in the time and showed some sneakers, so that's it's all good. Thank you for that. Thank you, man. I'm really
Thank
flattered
you.
that you come on, man.
Look, I
Yeah.
got Pickles here, too. My little
Hey,
dog Pickles.
is that the same dog that was in the Fresh Kid DVD?
No, that was Jasmine. That was this dog right here.
Okay.
She passed away. I had her for 18 years.
Yeah, resting. For everyone that doesn't know who you are, if you would like to introduce yourself to everyone.
What's happening, everyone? I'm Mr. Freeze, original Rocksteady crew, Boogie Down Bronx. And I'm here with my man, doing a live.
Thank you very much. I remember when I was when I was younger, I've got an older sister, and we used to go to this family's house because we didn't have, well, you call them VCRs back then, and we used to always go nearly every weekend and watch movies and stuff. I remember once I was shattered because they rented Flashdance, right? And I'd never seen that. I was too young to go to the movies to watch it. I was young, right? So I watched it when I was a bit older, and then I was shattered. I was like, oh, what are you going to get Flashdance for, you know? And they didn't tell me, like, you know, I didn't know what was in the movie. And then, man, when that scene come on,
Yeah, that was a
you were the
shocker for everyone, even for us.
Yeah.
But this year, you know, even when we saw the movie, we're sitting in a theater on Broadway, and Frosty's to my right. I've Take One, Legs, you know, and you see the movie, and we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden, we like, ah! Everyone was going crazy. It was a great time.
Like, because you just like you were the here. If you got a European background, people call you a wog. You know what I mean? And you were like the first dude that looked like, for European background, I ever seen dance like that. That's the first time I ever seen that dancing. But first, I'm from, the movie Breakdance was big. Like, you know, I didn't see Beach Street and stuff like that till later. But when I seen you guys were the first dudes I seen.
Yeah,
And
I did a movie that was a major motion picture. Yeah, that was
with the umbrella, when you do that move and then you close the umbrella, I was like, who is this man? Like, when I was telling you, when we were messaging, you know what I mean? It blew me away, you know? Like, it was just like, that's such an iconic moment.
Yo, that umbrella scene, even when they employed us, we went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and none of the cast, the stagehands, anybody that worked on that movie, they didn't know what we did, because at that time, the only people that might have seen b-boying would be, you know, people from the Buffalo Gals era. You guys might have seen it because you know about Malcolm McLaren and the Sex Pistols. And I remember I took the tape with me. It's me that brought the tape for Jimmy Castor with Just Begun. There was Apache, Jimmy Castor, Just Begun, and Treacherous Street. We're doing our thing during the lunch break. Everybody's watching, and then I pulled out the umbrella and did the backslide. They went completely out of their minds. I mean, and I'm not saying it in a bragging way. The reason I'm elaborating on this particular move is because years before, there's a gentleman in Brooklyn. His name is John Christian. His street name is Lockatron John, and he was with a group in Brooklyn called the Lockatrons. And one day I see him at United Skates of America. He's in this brown with sparkly type suit with baggy pants, and you know, he's doing New York style, popping, throws a little locking in. Of course, it wasn't the original moves from the Californians, but it was our interpretation. And all of a sudden he pulls out the umbrella and he starts to move really slow, and then he pulls it back and does the backslide. Yo, I completely lost my mind. We became friends, and I'm like, John, do you mind if I use that move? Because, you know, to us, especially back then, you don't do other people's moves. As you know, the terminology we had is you're biting. But, you know, if you're going to do something, have respect and ask. Yeah. So I ended up doing it, and years later I see him, and I go, John, how you doing? He goes, hey, Freeze. I go, what? He goes, you remember when you asked me if you could use the move? I'm like, yeah, I remember. He goes, well, I didn't think you were going to do it in a fucking major motion picture where the whole world thinks you made it up. And so whenever I do an interview, I make sure that everyone knows that Lockatron John Christian, thank you. You know, everyone thinks Michael Jackson made up the backslide and the
Oh,
moonwalk
yeah,
too, so that
yeah,
shit is twisted as well.
yeah. Well,
But
everyone
I
calls it.
let everyone know.
Yeah, the original name is the backslide. Yeah, but everyone calls it the moonwalk because of Michael Jackson. But B
Right, the
boys,
moonwalk is in a circle. You know, it's a whole different thing.
yeah, yeah. I ask everyone on my show when you were younger, what was your first sneaker that you fell in love with? Like, what even before, like when you started b-boying and that, what was the shoe? Because I know I've seen you so much breaking shell toes and
Right.
super, like the high tops as well. Especially in your older years, I've seen videos of you. You're always wearing high
Yeah.
tops. You know,
Yeah.
what was the first one that caught your eye when you started dancing?
Well, you know, interesting enough, I was never much of a sneaker head until Pro Keds came out with the 69ers. So, you know, Pro Keds were affordable for almost everyone there. And
Yeah,
if you were wearing, you know, New Balance or Shell Top Adidas or Puma Clydes before it got popular, you know, you had some money. You know, we
yeah,
just didn't have money to do that. So Pro Keds was my shit. And then, you know, Pro Keds had cotton laces. Unlike the laces how they are now in most sneakers, they're nylon.
yeah.
If you notice, I'm sure everyone noticed you're into sneakers. I don't have to explain it to you. It's in case we got people that live under a rock that are watching. Laces now are nylon. So, all right. So the laces on the Pro Keds, they were cotton. And what we used to do is we would iron them shits and we would put them on, and we would also have a sock that we put in the tongue to make it look puffy, as we said. That was
Ah,
our thing, puffy or wuffy. So we always not only had the laces nicely groomed, but we had a folded sock in the tongue, which
so-
puffed it out. Yeah.
sick. Awesome.
Yes, under the tongue.
Yeah.
And the look was for it to be fresh and clean, but puffy. It was never just flat.
Man,
So
that's
some
yeah.
years later, you know, we're getting into where some brothers had an idea where they went to a fabric store and they bought white elastics, you know, elastic bands and stuff, and they would end up putting them in the sneakers. This would be in the shell tops, in the
Yeah.
Puma Clydes when they came out with stuff like that, which is where then manufacturers started to do fat laces.
Yeah, yeah.
Me personally, I never liked the made fat laces or the elastics, even though it was very creative. I thoroughly loved just the Pro Ked laces or any laces that came, but putting the sock under the tongue.
Yeah.
I mean, you could look it up, I'm sure, if you see some old classic 80s.
I know that's just blown my mind. I always
Take a
wondered how it
look.
went out like that because I used to have the shell toes with the flat tongue, the original ones years ago, and
Yeah, yeah.
I tried to like bend it forward or whatever, like to make it like that. Like I ended up having to get my mum to sew
Yeah, it
like
was the socks that helped it come
through
up.
through the eyelids. I got my mum to sew white stitching through the tongue so it just held it
Right.
like so it didn't move. But yeah, the sock, that's crazy, man. Talking
That's
about
what it was.
elastic bands, I remember I seen a thing on YouTube with Ken Swift and Crazy Legs, and he asks David Letterman asked him, he goes, man, he goes, those laces are fat, and he goes, no, it's elastic like that. So that's when I never knew they used the elastic until I seen that video of him and Ken Swift breaking on David
Yeah.
Letterman.
You know, all that shit started from back when we were doing it. I'm not saying I created it, but in my era, you know, to sit there and how can I explain? So, for instance, people now, the sneakerheads, I've gotten into it a little bit because I think it's interesting. It's a subculture within the culture of hip hop. You know, some Jordans come out, or Travis Scott did a collaboration with Nike and switched the swoosh on the Nike shoe. So we're seeing something that comes out. People want to get it because it's unattainable, and if they get it, they want to keep it and sell it. When we found out that Pro Keds had a different caliber one with the 69ers with the stripes, and they came in light blue, yellow, orange, navy blue, royal blue, green. you know, we were like, because this has never been done before. We were like, holy shit. And then to match the sneakers with the Le Tigre shirts that we would wear, you know, we had a whole dress code, and it was exciting.
Yeah.
It was so exciting. Like the first time we saw Grand Wizard Theodore scratch, you know, when there's no scratching with a DJ, and all of a sudden you witness this. You're
Yeah.
like, so the same thing with the sneakers back then. We, you know, that's how we felt. We had our uniform.
Yeah, yeah, you rocks. Yeah, you stood out, man. I loved your style of like in the photos and that, the clothes that you wore and stuff. You know.
Thanks.
What was I gonna say? Who was the first guy that you met in Rocksteady? Like when you started breaking, like obviously you started dancing by yourself, and obviously you had young people
Well,
or
you
something.
know,
Who
I
was the?
used to see the first guy that I actually associated with, and the Rocksteady crew of that we knew of our generation that I used to watch in the street, the JoJo, the Jimmy D, the Rubber Band,
Yeah,
the Spot, you know, they weren't doing it anymore. I saw them, I was
yeah,
breaking, but I never got
yeah,
this, had the pleasure of talking to them. Legs is the one that I first met. And I just spoke to him a couple of weeks ago. I forgot how we met, but I've seen Legs around for years. You know, just even when Breaking was out, you know, brothers were still wanting to battle, and he was there. So
yeah,
to meet him was a really cool thing for me. You know, you're meeting. Hold on, let me move it because people are here. Hi guys. You know, it's like we have our own celebrities that we wanted to meet.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so the shit, you know, it was just cool meeting him, and he obviously got turned on to me because I had a reputation in New York and battling people. So, you know, the shit was magical, to be
yeah.
quite honest.
That's like the guy in you know how you're in the documentary The Freshest Kids when
Yeah,
there's one guy, I don't know who he is, I can't remember his name, but he said when your part comes on and he goes, Mr. Freeze, he goes, he was the only white boy that
yeah,
had
yeah. I remember.
that could go anywhere in the Bronx, and they'll be like, oh, who are you? I'm Mr. Freeze, and they'll be like, oh shit, yeah, 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 Rocksteady
I
crew,
mean,
like that.
yo,
Yeah,
it didn't go down like that. I didn't go into a place that, yo, I'm Mr. Freeze Rocksteady crew. He was just making an analogy, but you know, I didn't. It's not because I was white. It's because I was good. You know, I
yeah,
was in there, you know, going into the fucking jungle battling people.
yeah, exactly.
And then pre Mr. Freeze, before my name was given to me by, you know, onlookers. So
Oh,
it
oh
was the
yeah,
excitement of, you know, being dressed a certain way, and, you know, people having an anticipation of like, yo, who is this guy? Or, yo, there's that guy.
yeah.
And we all had our look.
Yeah, because that's one thing I see about the birth of hip hop. It was like it was everyone, you know what I mean? Everyone was invited. I mean, obviously it was started
Yeah,
culture, and then Hispanic as well, but everyone was welcome. You know what I mean? Like, and then
yeah.
just it's
And it was
it's
a full. I'm sorry to cut you out. It's cut you off. It. My apologies. It's just so I don't forget. You know, these jams, they were full fashion shows. You know, you had the stick up kids that were with their leather bombers in the wintertime with their shell top Adidas. You know, pretty much dressed like Run DMC,
yeah,
except for
yeah,
Run DMC called themselves B-boys. They got it, you know, twisted. That's more of a stick up kid look. B-boys had a totally different look. Graffiti artists had their look. They
yeah,
had fucking paint all over them, so you knew right away it was a graffiti artist. You know, MCs had a particular look too. They used to carry their little microphone bag. You know, the brothers, the I don't want to say the so-called blacks, because I don't like saying black, because Africans, they're not black, they're, you know, brown skin. So the
yeah,
brothers, they had a whole different dress code. And, you know, the Puerto Ricans would call them the Cocolo style. They had British walkers. They had these Lee jeans that had a permanent crease with a zipper to the side. They wore mock necks, which B-boys wear mock necks, of course, to spin on, but originally that was like their style, the brothers' styles. So it was a straight up, it's like you were on stage when you went to the jam back then.
yeah. Awesome. Now I know I've read it obviously a bit about you and stuff, and you have a French background, and I've seen like a lot of photos with you and Fable in dancing in Europe and stuff. Is that like
Yeah.
what age? Like, were you born in Europe and then you came here?
No, I
Uh,
was my
right?
parents were originally the ancestors are from Poland. My father was born in Germany. My mother was born in Paris. My mother and father met in Paris. I was born in New York, in
Okay.
Manhattan, in a hospital called Leroy Hospital, but we were quickly reshipped back to Paris. I was born in '63. I think we were back there in '64, and my father was not there much because he was in New York a lot. He'd go back and forth, but I was a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
If there's children watching, my apologies for the language. You'll get used to it. At least with me, you'll get used to it. And one day my father told my mother, he's like, you know what? My whole family, he found out after the war, is in New York. Let's go there for 5 years, make a lot of money, and we'll come back to Paris.
Yeah.
So in 1970 is when we went back to New York. The story goes they were supposed to make a lot of money, and they didn't. So they ended up staying there and, lived in the Bronx. To this day, my mother's still living in the Bronx.
Yeah. Mad.
I
And then,
fucking hate it. I try to send her back to Paris to a nice apartment. She's like,
no,
I don't feel comfortable there. And I'm like,
yeah.
but you're in the Bronx. Get out.
Yeah.
She's 93 and she's just stuck in her ways.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's my mother's very stubborn as well. Like, that's where I
Fuck,
get it from.
man.
Yeah.
I'd like her
It's
to live
European.
the rest of her life in a nice, somewhere nice in Europe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I keep moving around. I'm just trying to get away from people.
No, that's all good, man. That's all good. So, when so you weren't so you done Flashdance and what else? Because you weren't in Beach Street, were you?
No,
Nah.
I did a movie. We all went. Who's texting me? I don't know, baby. Okay, that's my wife. I asked my wife what type of dog food I needed.
Ah. Oh, no, you're all right.
Sorry, now she's calling. Um, what was my point? Shit. What were we saying?
Uh,
What were we just talking about?
yeah. Oh,
Fuck.
Beach Street. I said you weren't in Beach Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we found out that we can make money with the dance, we, all went our own ways. Legs, Kenny, everyone pretty much stuck together. I was approached by a man from California at the Roxy because we had already did that tour in Europe, London, Paris, Germany, the whole Europe One tour. And, the guy came up to me. He's like, hey, Mr. Freeze? I'm like, yes. Jeff Kutash, dancing machine. How'd you like to make a couple of grand and go to Europe? Gave me his card. I gave him my number. I never heard from him. Calls me a month later and flies me out to Germany. And so, long story short, I ended up working for him, living in South Africa, doing things in Japan. And the crew ended up doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
while they were doing Beach Street, I was doing a movie called Knights of the City, which happened to have been bankrolled by the Michael Francis from the
Oh,
Francis crime family.
yeah. Wow. Ah,
I didn't know, I didn't even give a shit. And we saw him around, but we're kids. We think we're bad. We're like, fuck him.
yeah.
Meanwhile, he
Yeah.
could have had us all lynched.
Yeah. 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 I've seen interviews of him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad man. That's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
If ever
Hard.
I'd see him now, I'd apologize to him because we spoke plenty of times. He wanted to do things with me, competitions in certain places. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. It's corny.
But then you ended up making your own competition, the B-Boy Championship or
Yeah,
something.
the Ultimate B-Boy Championship.
Is that still going?
Not at the moment.
Nah. Oh, not at the moment, but I mean, like it's always
Yeah.
kept. Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Honestly, I've been recruited by the Olympic Committee in Switzerland for the 2024 breaking in the Olympics. So I'm the first
But
French B-Boy. I'm one of the originals in New York.
yeah.
So I did everything I can to cut the cancer out of all the events that have been going on around the world to make sure that they don't poison it with their bullshit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of
You even got a fucking DJ that lives in London that that creates judging systems, and he's a DJ. So I have to make sure that None of that shit is a part of the Olympics.
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah. Well,
promoters, no, nothing has to do with promotions. Has to be pure.
yeah, that's awesome. So you're totally in charge of that. The next one that's going to happen after the Japan one.
I'm not in charge, but I will be the face and the spokesperson.
That's sick. That's
I mean,
sick.
anything could happen. They could tell me to go fuck myself too. I just
Yeah.
don't see that happening.
And do you keep on? Obviously, man, I've seen your photos. You keep yourself in shape and that. You still. How much would you say you dance? Like one couple times a week, like here and there.
I haven't danced in years, brother. I do a
Oh,
lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I work on the gym, light weights, lots of reps, but I don't dance anymore. For me to
yeah,
dance, I'd have to be in the right circle, the right atmosphere, the right feeling. Then I'd get down.
yeah, yeah. And do you
You know,
still catch a lot of the members?
I'm sorry.
Do you still catch up with a lot of the original members of Rockstar?
Yeah, I speak to Legs once in a while. I haven't spoken to Kenny in years. Doze, he's in Brazil. I don't get to see him much.
Yeah,
And there's really nobody else.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, if you're talking about the people I grew up with, as far as the
yeah.
new
That's,
generation,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah. No, well, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, 100%, man. Man,
Nor do I have anything against them. I don't want you to
yeah, yeah.
think that I'm portraying it that way.
Oh,
You're asking me about the older guys, so that's
yeah,
who
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Well, that's right. Before I let you go and do your thing and get the dog food and stuff, what would you say is your favorite shoe of all time to dance in?
First of
Or
all, I got time, and I already got the dog food, so don't worry.
you already got it? All
I'm
right.
all yours. Don't worry.
Yeah.
What was my favorite? What?
What would you say your favorite shoe back then was to dance in? The Pro Kid or the Shell Top?
Yeah, I'd have to say the shell top. Once I realized that I like the shell top.
Yeah. Did you ever dance in Puma Clydes or Suede's?
I don't think I did. I honestly don't think I did. I look at any footage that I have of photos of myself.
Nah.
I've worn Puma Clydes, but they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
I remember they were too much of a pain in the ass to keep them clean.
yeah.
I mean, they were. When the light gray came out with the green stripe or with the light blue stripe with the light gray, it starts raining a little bit. You guys live in London, right? You know what it is to have shitty weather.
Oh no, I live in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, shit. You're Australian?
Yeah, Melbourne, Australia. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Well, you know what? Same shit,
Yeah.
right? They took the criminals from London, shipped them to Australia, and there you go.
They did, and
All
they.
right. Well, at least you got good weather there. I thought you were English. I'm sorry.
Nah,
But you
no,
are.
nah. I
You're
was
kind
born.
of English.
I was born in Melbourne, but my parents are Macedonian. I've got Macedonian back.
Okay.
Yeah. But I actually live in a place called Brooklyn. There's a place called Brooklyn in Melbourne.
Nice.
Yeah. We
Brooklyn.
was just tripped out.
I went to visit Futura 2000 a couple of months ago in the studio. He lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't
Awesome.
like anything. I like Manhattan. I used to love the Bronx. I like Jersey City, which is where I live now.
Yeah.
See, nice little place. It's like I live in a little resort in Jersey City. I've never been, or nor do I care about visiting the other boroughs. Like Bronx guys didn't go to Queens. Queens didn't go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn didn't go to the Bronx. It was almost like you're in a foreign country.
Yeah. Would you go to battle other dudes though? If there was dudes in Brooklyn to break them, would you just go to battle strictly, or would you
Well, we
meet?
did, yeah. No, strictly to battle. We went to Queens,
Yeah,
United States of America, where we battled Dynamic Rockers.
yeah,
They were the only ones left at that time, which is why they got famous through us.
yeah.
Not to say they weren't good. I mean, their style was completely different than ours, but they had, Kid Freeze was great. They had a guy named Wavy Legs that was extremely creative. That's pretty much it of really good styles, but they were good and they're great people.
How was that battle? You know, the battle that was televised in that big shopping center. How did you feel that
Oh, I was in
that
there.
was the
That was in
crowd?
Texas.
That was hectic.
I don't think I was a part of that. You mean in Lincoln Center, or are you talking about the one in?
Lincoln Center, or the one where you're doing your where you're all wearing grey. You know, the jumpsuits in grey.
That's Lincoln Center.
Lincoln Center, yeah.
That's like a monumental place in the world. I mean, you Google that place, it's where all the big opera singers, ballet, you know, anything that's huge. For us to be able to do something there was huge.
Like the crowd there, man. How like before you even the battle started, were you all just like pumped up, nervous, and or
You know,
just like
bum rushed the stage. Nobody was able to watch from the bottom because it was maybe 10 feet up.
Yeah.
It was, and somebody has that footage. From what I know, Martha Cooper's ex-husband has the footage and isn't giving it up. Nobody's going to see it.
Oh, it's crazy.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. What? Not even to you guys?
No. I don't know who he is or where he is.
Yeah.
I spoke to Martha about it, but this is Pickles.
Hello, Pickles.
Thanks, Pickles. Look there.
Mr. Freeze.
I kick her 5 minutes a day.
What's that?
I beat the shit out of her 5 minutes a day. Do I beat you up?
It's been an honor to talk to you, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Like from me, man, when I first seen you, like to now 41 years old, and to actually get the chance to talk to you, man. Thank you very much. It's like it's one of my dreams.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I don't know why it'd be a dream, but thank you. It's really nice of you. Maybe one day I'll be out to Australia.
Thank you. I'll hook up for sure, man. 100%, brother.
There's too many deadly snakes there.
There's everything here, man. I actually, there was a huntsman, there was a spider like this in the bathtub last night when I was going to turn the water on for my daughter.
I am petrified of snakes. That is why I probably will never go.
Yeah, there's heaps. There's actually, the tiger snake is actually like, I could drive 15 minutes. Oh, actually, no, even around the corner, there's snakes, tigers, like one of the deadliest snakes in the world. You can just, yeah.
Don't people die all the time there from that?
No, or some die, I guess. One of my friends, he used to catch snakes, and he used to bring them around to one of my old flats, my first flat, when my partner, my daughter was born, and we first moved in together, and he came with like 2 tiger snakes in a bag just to come and show me. He goes, "Oh, check out what these that I caught." He's like, yeah, his name's Anthony, so shout out to him. But thank you so much, Mr. Freeze, man, and have a great week.
Meet you, brother.
Thank you, man. Peace.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was mad. Thanks for the people that hung in there. I want a big thanks to Stealth, because he seen me just hanging and chilling. And I want to thank Stealth, first of all, for joining in and showing some shoes. And I didn't know Freeze was going to come. Like he said, he thought it was going to happen tomorrow. And I'm wrapped it happened today. So thank you, Mr. Freeze, man. And thank you, everyone. And I'll probably be doing a T-shirt giveaway. I got to think of how to question first, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, I will post it today, hopefully. Today or tomorrow, a giveaway, free T-shirt giveaway, you know what I'm saying? Salute Delts, he came. Thanks for hanging on there. But he came, and yeah. But thanks, everyone, and have a great weekend. Catch.